means the second half of the 18th century. Up to that time, even in the European continent or the Western countries also, situation was the same. Then the American and the French Revolution, two revolutions. First one is the American Revolution, that is in 1776 to 1781, and the French Revolution, that is here 1789 to 94, challenged the social political privilege enjoyed by the aristocrats. Aristocrats means traditionally the people, those was the nobles or the landlords, that what they enjoyed, that was questioned by the people, common people. Or in the revolution, the other group of the people, those who never enjoy the privileges, they started to ask question. And they asked in both ways, so social how it was, and politically what all the privileges they enjoyed, that they started to ask question. During the French Revolution, the middle classes, peasants and artisans fought against the special rights enjoyed by the clergy and nobility. So who was fighting in the French Revolution? Middle classes people, then peasants means farmers, then artisans, those who are making the craft and this pots and other things, all goldsmith, blacksmith, all together, that people was fighting, fought against to whom? Those who had the special rights enjoyed. The people, those who enjoyed the special rights, who? The clergy and the nobility. So the clergy and nobility was enjoying the special privileges. That we want to consider with the Indian situation. We also having the caste system here in India. We studied in 6th standard just a caste system or caste society, caste based society, and in 7th standard we studied about the subcaste also, or subjadi jadi system also we have seen. So in the same condition, the Brahmins, those the upper caste people, they was enjoying all the privileges. Who? Upper caste people, they was enjoying all the privileges. Like that in European continent or in the American and the European continent, the people, those who was from clergy, means the priest, those who are doing the work in the church, and the noble people or the upper class people, there has the division with class. This we can see after industrialization. Before that itself we can see the class society there in the European continent, and so they are enjoyed the nobility and the clergy, they enjoyed all the privileges, and people asking question against that one in the time of French Revolution. Then next one, we can see the same thing here in India but in a different way. Okay, they believed that no group in society should have privilege based on birth. So what they thought, like that the people should not get any privilege, or the privileges should not give on the base of birth. Here in India also we had the same system. According to our birth we are getting some privileges. Brahmins, though the children of the Brahmin family, they was getting some privileges here in India, and the children of the Shudras or the outcast people, they never enjoyed the privileges. Same thing. Then the revolutionaries, what they said, the society should have the privileges based. No groups in the society should have privileges or based on privilege. Not only in Europe or anywhere in the world should not get any privilege on the basis of birth. Like that the revolutionary groups, they started to think. Then rather the people's social position must depend on merit. Instead of that one, what we should keep the according to merit. Now also we are having some debates here in India. We are having many reservations, and because of the social or political or economically backward class want to come with the mainstream of the society for that purpose. Now we are having the debate why we want to give this privilege because of their social financial situation. Because of that one, instead of that everyone should get equal right. Like that we are started to think nowadays. Again debates are going on in one side. The philosophers of the French Revolution suggested people's social position must depends on merit. The philosophers of French Revolution suggested that there be equal law and opportunities for all. They also held that the authority of the government should come from the people who must possess the right to participate in its affairs. So what the philosophers said, thinkers said, all people want to get the equal opportunities, or all are equal before law. So there should be one law and the equal opportunity for the people, like that philosophers started to say to the people, or they started to educate or make the awareness among people that there should be equal laws and opportunities for all. At the same time, they said like that people should get the chance to participate the affairs of the government, the administration of the government, or collection of revenue, or distributing that revenue, that everything people also want to get participation, like that this philosophers taught to the people. Movements such as French and American revolutions gradually transformed subject into citizen. Up to that time, under the king, we was the subjects, not the citizen. We never had the rights to participate in the government activities. So we was just subject to the king. Here in India also we was the subject to the king. Now what we are calling, we are the Indian citizens. So we are the citizens now, like that. In French and American revolution started to, they transformed from a subject that the people was calling one by one person was the subject under one monarch or under one king, that changed into citizen, or the people, those who are participating in the government affairs or helping the government to lead a proper way. The ideas of citizenship, nation state and democratic rights took root in India from 19th century. So it developed there in late of 18th century. We can see that 189 to 94 is going to end the 18th century. So in India we started this thinking, that one in end of the 19th century. We can see that one in 8th standard. We can see that when Indian National Congress starting, or when we come together to fight against the British people, that time only we started to think about the democratic country, or some feeling of nationalism, or making our own nation, like that thinking. We got it from at the end of the 19th century. By this we are completing the lesson. We will continue with another one lesson.